momentum. There's another reason too. Stretch just says L L L L L L L L L L L. All right. What else, guys? Momentum. John's gonna wait until the market's open. There you go, Farouk. There you go. Trend and momentum. All right, one more. Well, Farouk kind of got it there. You got to pivot. There you guys go. You don't have the probabilities much lower on this because you're coming. It pushes through resistance, comes back to support, which Farouk pointed out. Momentum's against you. You just breached the prior swing highs, and momentum's turned up. So yeah, could it be a good trade? Yeah, probably, but the probability of it being a high probability of it being a higher probability trade is lower than this one back here. Now let's just say no news came out, right? Let's say not no news. Let's just say back it up here. Why would this be a higher probability EM, people? Why would that be a higher probability EM? You guys want to talk about this or not? You just want to look at charts and that aren't moving at all. You guys want to talk about this, yes or no?
Hello, people. There you go.
Why would this be a higher probability M? Then somebody answer the question. Why would this be a higher probability M? Whether it works or not, higher probability is all we're talking about right now. Guys, it's there you go. It really is that simple, ladies and gentlemen. Got it? Overbought stochastics. You have a zone, prior swing. You're below it. You get
Lot of
a
confluence.
very clean M double exact price top on both legs. Momentum's
Confluence.
down. Even some and here's the point I'm trying to make, guys, is yeah, that M, did it work or did it not work? Yes or no? Is that an M that would have worked or not? Ooh, this is interesting. Jeffrey says no. If you're Paul, would this M have worked out for you?
No.
There you go, big sky guy.
It would have worked out.
10K a day. If you're Paul, he would have probably and if I put a gun to your head, and make you take this trade, Paul would have entered inside this HMA,
15. So yeah, right up a little higher probably.
something like that.
about a about a point risk, point and a half.
You would have gotten in on the second leg.
Right.
Oh, I told you to stop trading, Hunter.
John, you should have stopped, man.
Told you to stop trading,
Two Tick
buddy.
Wrist Paul.
Please listen to me sometime.
There's my new screen name, Two Tick Wrist Paul.
To take risk, Paul. All right. So even though an M starts to work out, that's a lower probability. And here's where we get to, guys. By the way, I wasn't trying to discourage you guys from taking the M. Just wanted to talk through like how you've got to think through these things because did anybody do the M here? By the way, I'm pretty sure there's probably some people that did. Make sure you have your targets off if you guys did it. Okay. I wasn't trying to talk you guys out of doing the M. Here's what I was trying to do. Use your thought process to look for higher probability trades. Where do you do that? You use a set of rules for those higher probability trades. And whether the M would have worked out or not, back here, it was a much higher probability trade than the M here, where price was breaking prior swing highs
Swing highs. Yeah.
and momentum's turning up. you're pushing above a resistance level. The only thing that gave you a little confidence is that you stayed below the pivot and you had a
Yeah.
prior swing.
Yeah.
So it's not that it's not, I'm not calling this a low probability trade. I'm just saying which M had the higher probability. This M back here had the higher probability. So when you see that, guys, and you're looking, if you're an M and a W trader, you've got to tell yourself, just because one M doesn't work doesn't mean you give up on M's altogether. Just because another M with lower probability, even though I'm not saying this wasn't a high probability M, there's probably, when you add up the things together, an M like this, bouncing off the pivot and a prior swing, has a pretty high probability. Just saying, this M earlier had a higher probability with the trend below the prior swings, following a set of rules, momentum being down, blah, 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 everything you guys named off. So the point I'm trying to make is, if you're an M and W trader, which you probably should be today, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Today would be a good day to use them.
W trades will work today. So if you're an M and W trader, you've got to know a couple things. One, M and W traders, do you just take one M and give up? Especially if it's a losing M. Yes or no?
No.
No, you do not.
Oh. Now, you may, if you take one M and it's a big winner, you may quit because you're done. But if it's a loser, no. You got to take what do you have to do as an M trader? You have to take the
The
next
one.
the very next M trade.
Yeah.
Correct, guys? If you're a W trader, MW, it doesn't matter. You've got to take the very next trade. You might be getting a buy seat on coming down that zone in a second here, guys. I got to update the YM zones and get off my high horse for the morning. All right.
Coming up.
Is it helpful? Does that help everybody get their brains going?
Yes, sir.
Guys, ladies and gentlemen out there.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the man that's asking
Help
you
you
a
guys
question.
start, like,
There you go. There's some answers.
all right. I'm going to get off my high horse for a minute and update a couple zones for the YM.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Big Sky Guy. Over to participate. All the other members are like, you can tell, like, the newer members, because they're like, oh, thank you so much. Everybody else is like, oh, here he goes again.
Yeah, he's on that
Here he
rant
goes
again.
again. Here he goes again
Oh,
on one of
Lord,
those
here comes
rants.
another 30 minutes.
What'd we do this time?
Because
We have-
I care so much about your freaking accounts and you guys being green every day. I care so freaking much about it that I will miss a trade myself to keep you guys. What? That I want you to think through the same stuff. Look at the same things. See the same things. Understand the same things, guys. It's not a complicated thing, this trading, but you've got to constantly work through a thought process similar to that. Here's where we're at on the 60. Here's where we're at on the daily. Here's where we're at on the 15. Here's what I'm looking at with the range chart. What's the price action on the 699 look like? Are we chopping around? Is it start asking those questions out loud to yourself. Saying this out loud. We work on that during boot camp a lot. Talk out loud, guys. You will have a better train of thought.
Does everybody see what I just drew on my chart? What is coming up?
No, I'm not saying it was a high risk counter trend trade. Now, it did happen to turn quite just as trend turned up. It made the M, so wouldn't count that as a super high risk counter trend trade.
It had a few things going for it.
Yeah, you stay below a prior swing, you stay below the pivot. Again, very symmetrical M here. So it had a lot of stuff going for it. I just want to say when you're adding up the points of confluence, this M had a little bit higher probability than this M. A little bit. Not saying this was a risky M, because this was an M that could have been taken with those. If you look back and said, okay, well, if it does an exact double top below the pivot, below the prior swing, around one of these prior swings, then I could take a look at taking it. That doesn't make it a low probability trade. It just makes it a lower probability than the prior M. That's it.
Right.
And again, that's probability wise. Now you might actually be getting a W for the long side of things.
Yeah. Boss Hog
On
has
the
it drawn on his
ES.
chart.
I had it drawn on the chart for them to see.
Yeah.
Zones for the YM before we get open for business here.
And as we say that,
Those of you that got short, stay
smooth.
short.
Yeah, absolutely. Just because I drew it on there, all I'm looking for is a smooth hook of this stochastic right now. That's all I'm looking for. If it doesn't give it to me, I can cancel that out.
This upper zone for the YM.
it's trying, Boss Hog.
It may give it to me. The only problem I see is that little area of resistance right there.
Well, yeah. Break up above this.
Yeah, it's kind of close to it. And it's printed.
Well,
If it prints another candle, doesn't get me in it, I'm gonna go cancel it out anyway.
here it goes. Come on.
All right. Everybody understands the plan for the day? Not a complicated plan. Any questions?
None here.
No, sir. No questions at all.
Any questions on the plan for the day? That is the way for you to get green and stay.
Buenos dias, senor.
Good
Hugo.
morning there, Hugo.
Hey, there he is. The man, the myth, the legend. You get that handsome smiling face in that picture.
Coach Hugo.
So yeah, guys. All right, morning plan. Not complicated. As long as it acts like an inside day, like it is now, or two-way trading day, trade from the extremes of the ranges. Don't get caught over trading on a day like today. Again, we know the M&W trades are going to be the thing of the day because why? Well, they're already working. So you may get one or two good opportunities through the morning, especially with these speakers with the clown show that's starting here in a little bit.
Stretch.
What?
Apex done put him in the hole.
Oh, thank goodness in micro. I'll look at your text.
Well, it's come down to this zone here. It's going to may pop out. Got a double bottom. But I'd look for some other reason to get into that trade other than just a double bottom. It is coming out of the zone.
Oh yeah, Stretch. If you're using cross orders, I used to have problems with that all the time. Yeah, I know how you feel.
All right, it's going to continue to go down.
Stay short if you're short.
Yep. If you got in that M up there.
Maybe 1750 stop.
Well, yeah, it'll work 1750, 17,
Or even
25.
Okay, it was a little higher. Okay. 1750, 1725. That's a tick.
I understand what the cross is. What's the cross? What's cross order?
Crossover is where your
Cross
master
order.
cross order. If he's using the copier, that's where your master's in. You're taking a master trade and then crossing over to a micro on the copy on the slave trade. If you're using an Apex trade copier, that is every time I've done that, I got all kinds of crazy mess ups. I stopped doing that a long time ago. Just trade the micro straight on.
Well, the good news is you guys now have access to a trade copier that is 10 times better than any other ones out there.
Yep. It really is. We got to get that on the website, by the way.
And it's the same price as all the other ones.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it. I was able to get him to bring it down to the same price.
If you're short, stay short. If you're not, there's a W forming.
Where'd you tell them to put their stop? At YM stop, you could probably be at 977, maybe even behind that wick a little bit there at the 981. Much better, maybe.
I had him at 517 and a quarter. if they want to lock in profits, and Freight's going to do, they can bring it to 515, which is tight.
D Nice.
515 and a half, yeah.
Yeah. D Nice, we should have that available. What do you think, Brian? By the first of
Good
this
morning, D Nice. Harry, good morning.
week? It is, Harry. Let's see if after later today I can't get that resolved and wrapped up by tomorrow. Working on it for you guys, I promise.
What's that?
The copier. We need to get that up on the.
We have it. It's ready.
Yeah,
I mean,
well, we got to get it
ready to
up
go
on
with
the.
it.
Yeah, we got to get it up on the website, and I got to get the video, the instructional video, because it is a little bit more in depth than the Apex. Well, it's a lot more in depth than the Apex copier. So small learning curve, but nothing too serious.
If I can learn it,
You didn't learn anything.
Anybody
You just
can.
turned it on one setting, and that was it. What are you talking about?
do you need anything else?
Yeah, I don't do a whole lot
Alright.
more than what you're using it for.
Do you need anything else, though? Really?
You don't need anything
You
else.
guys
You're
do a
just
lot
having it
more.
straight copy. Yeah.
You need me on that wall. You
Yeah.
want me on that
Somewhere
wall.
down in your parties, you. Yeah, that's a great scene. Just doesn't get much better than that.
Like I said,
It is 9:24. Do you know where your trades are?
Yeah.
it's starting to consolidate. So maybe getting ready to, but the momentum's starting to roll back over to the downside.
It is kind of flat right now.
Yeah.
I can tell you what I'm doing.
I'm
Nothing.
sitting on my hand. I'm just looking.
I don't care if the W forms or not. I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
I'm
See?
gonna wait till the
Didn't
open.
hurt you a bit.
Go refill
Stop
my
still
coffee
setting.
before the open.
Stop still setting at 515 and a half, and everybody's happy.
Yeah. Anybody short? Did anybody take that M that we were talking about? I guess not.
Really? Fritz got it on YM. Wow. Just let it stop, take a break.
You can talk through that M. Everybody took it because I was talking
Yeah.
about probabilities.
Everybody's
They're
too
like,
busy.
"No!"
You scared
like,
everybody
"You're an
away
idiot."
on that one.
And now they're gonna be like, "You're an idiot, coach," because this was a big. This is the point I'm
But
trying to make
that's
on my
okay.
conversation. You don't know which one's going to be the big winner, guys. You don't know. But at the end of the day, what you have to know is what gives you the higher probability. I hope that makes sense to you guys. I wasn't trying to scare you guys away from the M. The point I was trying to make was know your probabilities. If you don't know that we adhere to high probability trading, that is like the entire thought process behind what we do. So you have to know it. You have to know what gives you a higher probability.
Coach, can you hear me okay? I don't want to give y'all feedback.
Yes, sir. Go right
Loud and
ahead.
clear.
I had one today.
So, Coach, I just to back up what you just said about that M, in the morning prep session, we drew out that range from the overnight range right there at 22, and we told people that the safest way to trade, if they wanted to trade that range, we also put it in the comments, was from either top down or bottom up. And right when you called it out that M, we were at the top of that range. They could have took it to the bottom, and it's gave a runner if that was the case. So just giving you a heads up that that was the highest probability way. Unfortunately, I was working, I didn't get it, but just to give you a heads up, we called it out there, and you backed it up with a call on the M. So
Yeah, you guys are killing it.
Great
Absolutely
deal.
doing awesome.
Great job.
Another reason why you guys should be in that morning planning session. Listen to what he just said. Had you been there, you'd have known that. Now it's my turn to rant.
It brings your stop down to 513 3/4. If for those that don't know what 3/4 is, it's 0.75.
All right. I'm
not making fun of anybody.
Yeah.
A lot of people
I'm gonna
don't know
step away
what
for a second,
3/4 is.
refill my coffee before the opening.
But I'm just saying, it looks like it's getting ready to turn back up. Could be making another W, or could be making a W period. Lock in
Your
your
number, have
profits.
the ticks locked in. You want locked in, guys. In
Exactly.
front of the open.
We have 2
This
minutes.
is, if you're deep into, sorry, Boss Hog.
Oh, go ahead.
Here's my thought process on this, guys. If you're deep into this trade, leave yourself a little wiggle room for the open. If it continues to go down on the open, you're gonna have a bigger trade. If it doesn't, you get back a little bit. Who cares? That's just my thought process. If you get deep into a trade, guys, give it a little bit more room. Especially if I know it's pushing right down into support, both YM, ES, all that good stuff. But if the open does dump, then and you have a speaker that started here 5 minutes ago. So if the open does dump, you might have a chance to get a little bit bigger of a trade. So again, this is an area where I'd say it's a dealer's choice. Go ahead, Boss Hog.
No, I was done.
Dealer's choice is in you decide if you make profits or you decide if you want to keep your stop looser in an area like this, especially after a pretty good little run. And you've got to have it. And why do we do that? We don't tell you exactly what to do in a situation like this. Well, think about it, guys. It may be in somebody's trade plan that they want to take profits at a specific area. It may not be in somebody else's trade plan. So we can't tell you what to do because there's not a blanket yes or no answer. We are open for business, by the way, guys.
And for the newer traders, we don't trade for the first 6 minutes. For those that have been given permission, can trade. Simply because we don't want you to lose any green.
Trucking. 6 minutes is so hard to weigh.
It is. Look at that. Everybody's losing. Look what I'm losing.
There's a lot of Florida people in today.
Yeah, I see that.
It's when we make the decision that it's easy to get to Atlanta from Florida, though.
Yeah, Atlanta's just a puddle jump.
Yeah, it's a little puddle jump.
Atlanta is a puddle.
Easy.
There's a little Celsius coming from a zone there, guys.
Yes,
but
yes.
again, we're still in the period of time there where newer traders still sitting on their hands, waiting for a little bit more clear direction.
Yep.
Only more advanced traders are taking a look at that.
At the 9 tick, hook of the stochastic, hook of the HMA.
The trading dogs here.
I thought you liked me better than that.
Oh, Grace.
battling in that zone right there. It should go through it pretty easy here in a second.
Hey, she's never called a losing trade yet. Hopefully this is her first blemish on her record. And she only calls short trades, by the way. There you go, Grace.
There you go. It broke through.
There you go. Good job. She only calls winning trades. And only short trades.
A little air.
All right. Anybody with permission to trade the open, take that and get targets off? Coach Paul definitely has permission to do it. Nice job.
Good job, Coach Paul. There you go. No, sir.
Thank you.
I'm gonna be like the rest. I'm gonna wait my 6 minutes. May even wait a little longer.
I may wait until after 11 because of all these speakers.
All right, now it's oversold. Stochastic hook. It will be a counter trend trade.
Everybody needs to chill out now in the 6 minutes because this price action is not.
It's wonky.
Look,
It's
as
wonky.
the official term, this price action is
That's-
wonky.
I'm hooked on that one.
That's right.
Getting a little erratic price action here, guys. So just
I think it's headed to the pivot.
it's going to try to, I would imagine. It's try to push through there. Just enough to keep everybody mixed on their bias.
And there's Coach Hugo.
Coach Hugo, good trade.
Good job,
Great
Coach
trade
Hugo.
from the long side with that first touch rule and W. Good trade. Boss Hog, same person. He
Coach
just
Wilbur
called the
Boss
hookup
Hog.
on stochastics for the ES. Did anybody do the long side on the ES? If you did, you should have gotten your targets off pretty darn quick. If not, if you're sitting on your hands, nobody's going to argue with you. Stretch got a little bit on the long side. Good job.
Yeah, I'm like that fella's got his picture on the board at the post office. I got like 4 different names.
D-Nice got a little bit. All right. Good job. Good job. What'd you say?
I said I'm like that fella's got his picture on the billboard at the post office. I've got like 5 different names.
I really do have 4 names.
Aliases.
Oh, aliases.
People call me all kinds of things. I
I
don't
get
answer
called.
to them.
Yeah, I was gonna say I get called. I get
All
called
kinds of
I don't know-
names.
I don't know if you want to call them names. There's something.
And it is, you're free to trade around the world.
There's your 6 minutes.
Ding.
Let's do this thing. Well, not in this chop.
No,
Let's do nothing right now.
If you look at 89 and your 200, they're both looks like a
Good job,
stick
be
running
nice.
sideways.
Yeah, I think they're one line, aren't they? Just
Yeah, I'm
combined into
not-
one line.
I'm not fighting with that.
Yeah, definitely don't.
And we advise no one else to.
What now?
I said we
Look
would
at the 89 and the
advise-
200 are combined into one line.
Is a really good sign to probably sit on your hands for a
Stay
little
the
bit.
hell out.
Huh?
Mike could get that fella out of that tree stand. He would, but
I'm expecting some backstrap. That's all I'm saying.
There you go.
That's all I'm saying.
That's all I got to say about that.
Somebody out there that's listening to us is like, "What's a backstrap?"
Yeah, I was going to say there's a few.
If you
people
don't need
buy-
to, if you don't know, you don't need to eat it.
Well, the
Leave
the
it for the
uppity-
rest of us.
the uppity term for it is tenderloin.
And it's called a tenderloin for a reason. So tender, loiny meat. Secret gang trade.
Another hook on the stochastics.
Robert
Counter.
K's with me, man. You don't know what a backstrap is, it just leaves more for us.
That's
There's
it.
another hookup in stochastics, like Coach Boss Hog just said. So you got another little valid long signal, but
Yeah, I'm
both YMES. Nice, Coach Hugo, firing up that money printer. I mean, guys, you take these smooth hooks and stochastics. You guys talked about it in the plan this morning. Smooth hooks and stochastics. It's giving it to
Right.
you. No runners yet, but definitely getting
That's it.
smooth hooks and stochastics.
just because I'm not taking them doesn't mean y'all can't. I mean, they
Bingo,
are.
bingo.
Look how smooth they are. I mean, it's
Told you guys, I may not take a trade till after 11. So
No,
if you
I'm-
guys want to
I'm-
get your trades in early,
you guys see mine all the time.
I took that little scalp, and I think I'm waiting now at this point.
Good job,
Hugo's
Trucker.
just firing it up, though. Look at old Hugo. He doesn't stop, does he?
you
I
guys
think
get
he
your
just,
trades
I think
in.
he just does it because he likes posting pictures.
He just wants to put pictures up there. Yeah, he didn't do it for the money.
Fame, the fortune.
He's kind of like, yeah, he's like Green Jeans. He's just constantly firing them off.
Does a great job at it too.
Well, he's like me too. He takes small risk. He doesn't. He's
there's
very
a s-
calculated with his entries.
There's a small M getting ready to come. To
I
happen.
mean, look at that entry right there.
Yeah,
Is
I
that
mean,
small
look,
risk
that
or
is-
what?
Yeah,
That's
I
better than
mean,
me.
There's a hook of stochastic. It's you know,
Look at stochastics
nothing
coming
wrong
up.
with it.
If you're on the long side, all you do is just bring your stop up a little bit, lock in the amount of ticks you want locked in, those that took the long trade. Minimum stop on the YM, probably 2, but you're going to get taken out by that range M trade that Boss Hog just called.
Two-way trading all day long right through there. It's in that. It's in the
It's in a
range.
tight range right now. You know what?
Yes, sir.
What does that mean?
You know what?
Have-
What does that mean? What could possibly work today then in this tight range?
What will work today?
Okay, let me restate
What
that.
will
What will
work?
work today?
What would
Anybody?
start with a C?
Anybody? Not you. Anybody
Unless
but
you're
you?
in
The able.
Cranberry.
Yeah, anybody can be. Anybody's able.
Yeah, I like it today. It's nice and small
Yeah,
range. Those
that's
are the
it.
good ones.
That's it. Big Sky, Robert K.
Let's
The
look at
Able
that.
Crable.
Let's look at that.
Able Crable.
The able Crable. There's Hugo.
Nice, Coach Hugo.
The range is getting tighter though. It's
Well, makes the
Yes, it's
breakout even
going to
better.
break out.
That's
at
right.
some
I was
point.
gonna say,
it's
let's
gonna
get it.
shoot.
Let it
It's
get
gonna shoot
tighter.
out of there like a rocket.
I like that.
Let me look at Hugo.
Let's see. When's the next speaker? At 10?
Now
Right.
I think.
Let's see.
9:25.
There you go,
10:30.
Initial production capacity 920. FOMC at 925. Yeah. Speaker Waller speaks at 10:30.
10:30.
That's the way you do it, Coach Hugo.
Like I said, guys, I may not do anything until after 11. So if you want to get your trades in earlier, we'll call them. We'll have you look at them. It's your job to take them. Tell us where you get in at. We'll help you manage your stop too. You guys know all this. Anybody,
This one right
if you did
here.
the M, Boss Hog called there, get your targets off because now the market's going to push up.
It's getting, like you said earlier, it's getting prepared for the next speaker.
YM's trying to, yeah, I think so. YM's trying to push on up on the high side.
Yep.
All right, trucking. All right, trucking.
YM is technically
It's 10K.
up, isn't it?
What? No, the YM's still in a downtrend, but
Yeah, YM's in a downtrend.
Okay.
Momentum is up, but
for about another 2 minutes.
Yeah.
It will be an uptrend as well soon. But still, guys, I mean, everybody got it. You look at the charts, guys. Inside acting day, two-way trading acting day, even though it's not technically an inside
Maybe
day
the ES follows. Let's see.
on the YM. It's going to act like a range-bound day, guys. You're going to see these swings. You're going to see the chop. Those of you that get beat up in the, and this is where I started. Why I started my rant this morning. This is the exact reason I started my rant.
Oh, here we go again.
I was getting ready to say, y'all, here we go.
Coffee break, everybody.
All right, here. Let me ask you guys. All right, here's
All right.
here. I need 10 people to answer this question. 10 people out there. Would you guys rather me rant and try to protect your trading accounts, or just call out trades just for the sake of calling out trades? So you can say trades or rant.
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 I'd rather have the rant.
Okay, there we go. Rant trades. Oh, but guys, look at the look at the charts. Look here. You're in the middle of nowhere on the ES. Yes, the YM's pushing up, so you could have been in that long trade. You could still be in the long trade, but there's still no clear direction in either market. There's no clear direction. ES is chopping. The range charts wiki is all get out. Again, what you really want to press a button and everything that wiggles? How about this? Play the breakout trade. That's it.
I said I put trend lines on mine and it's breaking out to the top. But how far? Oh,
Call a trade, get us in,
Well,
then
let's
you
go in
reverse.
imagine that a trend line works.
John, he does post it when he
Yeah.
takes a trade. He puts it on there. He's just not taking any trades right now.
Well, I'm telling you, yeah, why would I trade through this crap? Look at that.
There's your breakout if somebody
Yes.
wants it.
Welcome to Liberty Trading Club, everyone. Paulina here. Hopefully you've enjoyed our live stream this morning. If you're interested in joining us in the trade room for live trade calls, just visit libertytradingclub.com and register for a 3-day trial. During your trial with us, you'll have access to our live trade calls, participation in chat to have your questions answered by our coaches, as well as access to training modules, live member meetups, and indicators. Visit libertytradingclub.com. Please like, subscribe, and share.